Hey guys, Mike here, Screamineagle bass catcher with my buddy Keith again. And today's video is going to be a little different. We're on our way to Daytona Bikeweek. We got the bikes in the trailer and we're 75 heading south. So stay tuned, we're going to have a lot of fun and hope to show you some good times. All right, guys, our first pit stop here is at Buc-ee's. We usually stop here when we're heading down to Florida. This place is crazy. It's not even that busy today either. So after we left Buc-ee's, we made a quick pit stop over at the Tifton Harley-Davidson, and then we were on our way down to our buddy Pete's house. We stayed with Pete for a day before we went over to Daytona. So we hung out, hit a couple watering holes, and Pete said that he wanted to check out a CVO motorcycle that he had his eye on. And so after riding around the first day, we decided to go over and check it out. So let's see what happens here at the motorcycle place. Ready?
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna test drive a CVO. He might be taking this to Bike Week tomorrow. We'll see. Pete's taking apart all the goodies off of his old bike.
Yeah, I like this too, actually.
So it's a pretty good assumption that he's going to be riding a CVO to Bike Week this week.
So this isn't working.
It looks like Pete's going to do the deal. I don't know if he's ready for our club. Well, looks like Pete did the deal. So he has a new motorcycle that he's riding to Daytona Bike Week this year. Here we are on the 15th floor. We have an ocean view and view of Daytona. Pretty cool. All right, so after we checked into the hotel, we decided to go for a little ride down Main Street, check it out, and then go to dinner afterwards. So we're pulling down Main Street now, turning on it, and as you can see, there's a lot of people, a lot of motorcycles, just a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty cool to experience that. So we'll just slowly ride down Main Street and we'll check out some of the sights and sounds, of course, too. It's pretty loud down there. So let's check it out. Whoa, pretty cool. you can see, a lot to look at, a lot of things going on. I'm not sure about those pink shoes though. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. Alright, so we're still heading down Main Street, and a lot to see, so let's enjoy the ride, and let's check out the video. And here we come up onto Harry's Dirty Harry's bar. That's a pretty cool place. We like to go, and they usually have some good bands and everything in there. So we'll probably check it out later tonight.
Well guys, that's Main Street, Daytona Beach. Loud and it's fun, so let's enjoy it.
Well, that's the end of Main Street. Up here we will we'll cross over the river, the bridge here, and we'll be on our way to get something to eat. But we went through the whole strip, and we'll probably come back and do it again the other direction here a little bit later. But as we head up over the bridge here, you'll have to check out the gorgeous Florida sunset on the water there. It was just a beautiful sunset, and we're just real happy to be here. Alright, so we're pulling into Krabby's Oceanside. It's a restaurant bar on the beach, and pretty popular place. We heard it was good, so we're going to check it out, find us a parking spot, and try to go in there and have a good meal. Well, our first night in Daytona, we are sitting beachside, enjoying a couple cocktails and waiting for dinner, and it's beautiful out. All right, so after our dinner, we went back to the hotel, dropped off the bikes, and we were able to walk over to Main Street. As you can see, it's pretty loud, pretty crazy, and a lot of stuff going on. So we're just gonna walk around and check out all the stuff that's happening. As you can see, there is a lot to look at here, and a lot of different characters and cool looking bikes and everything. It's pretty incredible what's going on here.
Crazy.
Well, here you can see Boot Hill Saloon, and we're just kind of cruising up the street. I think we're headed over to Dirty Harry's and check out the band and check out what's going on there. So here's Dirty Harry's, getting a couple of cocktails and gonna just hang out and have a good time.
Dirty Harry's, you keep those beautiful voices making noise. What the fuck we at, Bikeweek? Let's go.
So after we hung out at Dirty Harry's, we decided to go over to Boot Hill Saloon and check it out. It's a well-known establishment there, and they had a good band going, and everybody's having a good time. One thing that Boot Hill's known for is the bras hanging over the bar there. You can see that. But we had a good time there, and decided to, call it a night. So the next morning we get up and we're heading off to breakfast up at Flagler Beach. We're heading up A1A, and this way here we get a good view of the ocean, and it's just a nice ride heading north. We run into a little bit of traffic, but not too bad. For the most part, there's a lot of people there, so you're going to find that there's going to be some traffic. But what was amazing to me, just going through the footage, that what you miss, while you're concentrating on the road, and my buddy Pete told me I need to go back through my video and see what I missed. And sure enough, I didn't see it riding down the road, but there it was, and that was pretty funny to see. But you never know what you're going to find on the side of the road. So we are working our way north through Flagler Beach, and man, it's just a gorgeous ride. You got the beach on the one side, you have beautiful homes on the other side, and the weather was perfect. There was some surfboard guys out there, and swimmers and all that kind of stuff. But we're heading over to the breakfast joint right now, taking a little shortcut to get over there and have us a good breakfast. All right, so we're pulling up to the restaurant. It's called Friends. It's been around for quite a while, it looks like, and I think it's just a local place to get some good home-cooked food. I think they just do breakfast and lunch or whatever. But I've been there before, and it's a good place to get some breakfast. All right, breakfast was good, and we are out of here. We are headed up to Destination Daytona, and we're going to check that out. That's a pretty cool place to go. So let's head on up there and check it out. Okay, we're coming up to Destination Daytona. There's a lot of traffic in this area, a lot of congestion. The cops have everything cordoned off so that bikers can get in there a little bit easier, I guess. Everything's coned off. But it's a long line to get in there, and you just got to be patient and just wait your turn. But the parking area is way in the back, and so it's about whatever, a quarter mile or so. Get back there, maybe a little bit further, I don't know. But as you can see, there's bikes parking on the side. We always go to the back parking lot. It's just a bigger, nicer parking area. You have a little bit further to walk, but it's not a big deal. I don't particularly want to park my bike up on the over the curb and on the grass where there's a hill behind it and stuff like that. I just don't feel that comfortable with that. But parking in the back is nice. You'll see here as we drive around that there's plenty of room, and a lot of bikes back there too. So you can check it out, and we'll be parking here in a minute. As we're driving down looking for a decent parking space for all four of our bikes, you can see how many bikes are here, and the parking is good here. It's a good area to park at, and never had an issue in this area. So driving up as close as we can so we don't have to walk too far, because you can see it's a big parking lot. We get turned around here and find a decent parking spot for all of us. So let's check it out here. Here we go. We're getting close now. Here we go. We can box each other in because we're all together, so it's not a big deal if my bike's in the middle of the pack there, because we're all leaving together. So, but we're excited. Here we are, Destination Daytona. So let's check it out. So we're enjoying Destination Daytona right now. Looks like Pete's looking to get a helmet, maybe. We're inside the pavilion, and they have a beauty contest going on. They have the Wheel of Death, or whatever that is. Well, guys, that was a lot of fun. We're gonna leave Destination Daytona, and we're gonna head over to Hooters. So we'll see you there. Well, I think Pete is enjoying his new bike. He hasn't dropped it yet, so that's a good sign. And think he's starting to get a little comfortable with it. In fact, I think he wanted to test it out a little bit here with Keith. And I think he found out that Keith's bike's pulling away from him, so I think he's got a little work to do on the engine first. But it was all fun. Everybody was having a good time, and we're just really enjoying our trip. So let's get to Hooters. We're getting hungry, and we want to have a cold beer and some chicken wings. So we'll be there in a few minutes. All right, we're at the Hooters here, Daytona. You can see the speedway right behind us there. We're gonna go in and get some wings. Well, we had a great time at Hooters as usual, and next morning we got up and we are headed off to check out a swap meet, flea market type thing for motorcycles. Pete learned about it. Of course, now that Pete has a new bike, he's got to spend some money on it, so he wants to check out and see what he can find. I think he's looking for a backrest and maybe a trunk for it, or a cargo rack or something. But he wanted to check it out, so let's head on down through Daytona. We're gonna pass by the speedway now, and that's always a sight to see. It's huge. It's an iconic place, and it's really cool to be around. So, but we are we're not too far off from the swap meet. It's basically behind the speedway. I've never been to it before, so this will be a first for me. So let's head over there and kind of check it out. As you can see, looks like it's a pretty busy place. There's gonna be a lot of traffic in here. Hopefully, we'll find a good parking spot. So let's head on in and see what it's all about. There was plenty of parking. Parking was not an issue at all. As you can see, they have a lot of room there. So maybe it's not as busy as we thought it would be, but it looked like there was quite a few people there. So we're gonna park and head on in and check it out. All right. Well, as you can see, Pete did get a backrest for himself for his new motorcycle, and so now we are heading out. Our next destination is one of my favorite things to do, and that is the Cabbage Patch Wrestling. It's right down the road, not too far, and it's always a lot of fun. I've done it probably 4 times now, and it's just a lot of fun. It's something you don't get to see every day. There's a lot of people, a lot of bikes here. As we're pulling up, we're gonna pull onto the right side and park over there. On the left side of the street is where the Cabbage Patch place is. So we're gonna check out some vendors here after we go through and pay for our parking and park the bikes, and we'll work our way over to the wrestling arena. There's also vendors over there we'll check out as well. like we found a good place to park, and we're gonna check out the vendors here for a few minutes and then work our way over across the street. Of course, they have refreshments and food over at both areas, so there's plenty of refreshments. All right, so we just made it to the other side. You can see there's a lot of people here just kind of hanging out. There's a band back there. Just kind of people watching. Always cool. So you never know who you might run into at a bike week. This is Randy, one of Keith's friends. All right, guys. Here we go. We're getting ready for the cabbage wrestling. They're parading the girls around now, and let everybody check it out. It's pretty crowded. We don't have the best location, but we can still see pretty well. So here comes one of the matches. And, let's check it out and watch this. So the crowd really get into it. We're enjoying the shade actually because it was quite warm. All right, here's a couple girls wrestling here, and as you can tell, they're serious wrestlers. I guess they win a prize, whoever wins the contest. So I think they bring in the strong girls for this. But it's quite entertaining to see. All right, well, let's see about getting a free sample of a Screwball drink.
Give me one? No. Get up there, bitch. Really good. Screwball. Peanut butter whiskey. I was your bitch the other day. I got my new bike. Now you're on your own.
What did you just say, Pete? I need to hear that again.
Screwball. Peanut butter whiskey. I was your bitch the other day. I got my new bike. Now you're on your own.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot to look at here at Cabbage Patch. But for us, it's time to start heading back to the bikes. All right, so we're on the road heading back over the bridge to Main Street. It's the end of a long day, and we're looking forward to get back to get some dinner and head on down to the hotel. We're going through Main Street now. As usual, a lot of bikes, a lot of people walking around, a lot to look at, and just it's loud and it's fun. You just have to be mindful of all the pedestrians out there. But it's a great place to visit and have a good time. Just kind of relax and check out all the scenery. Pretty cool. We really had a blast this trip. I'm glad to see Pete move up in motorcycles and get himself a Harley-Davidson CVO. I think he'll really enjoy it, and you know, looking forward to riding with him again once we come back down to Florida, probably next year for Daytona Bikeweek again. All right, well, we're done with Bike Week. Had a great time. As you can hear, there's still a lot of commotion going on down there, but it's time to head back. Really enjoyed ourselves. Everybody's going to go home safe, and you know, we're looking forward to doing it again maybe next year. If you like my video, please subscribe and hit the like button. That helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it. And until next time, ride safe.